Welcome everybody. This is going to be our a root form of a parabola homework review part 1. And so this basically is going to go over just a root form of a quadratic function, and in this case how we use information to find it and all. So our first question in this case comes to question number 1a, and then we'll do 2a because it kind of blends into each other here. 1a says, find the equation of a quadratic function as given x-intercepts and contains a given point. Express each function in factored form. And so they give us the roots to be -3 and 5 and the point 4, -3. So first off, let's talk about what the root form of the quadratic function looks like. And so we see here. So the root form parabola is y equals a times x minus r1 minus x minus r2, where r1, r2 are the roots or x-intercepts of the graph, and a is the lead coefficient of the function. To find the root form parabola, we need to find the roots and the value of a of the quadratic function. So they give us the value of a, we just plug it in, plug in r1, plug r2. However, sometimes we don't have the a value, we have to solve for it. And so in this case, what we do is the following. We'll plug in the values of r1, r2, and the values of x and y from the given point to solve for a. Afterwards, we'll just fill in for r1, r2, and a into our root form formula. So let's go back to our question number 1. So identify in this case what we have here. R1 is -3, R2 is 5, and the a value we don't know. Our formula is y equals a times x minus r1 times x minus r2. This is the factored form. So we do not know what a is equal to. However, when they gave us the point here, they gave us the x and y value, so we can plug in x and y from the given point. Here, the x value is 4. It is the x value of the coordinate of the function. Now, is there another xy value? Of course, but this is the one they gave to us. And so the matching y value is -3. So now we're going to fill in to our formula, y equals a times x minus r1 times x minus r2. And we're going to solve for a. So here, parenthesis is equal to a times bracket for the x minus bracket for r1, parenthesis, or parenthesis, bracket for the x minus bracket for the r2. And now we're just filling information. The y value we said was -3. The x values are 4, so 4 here and 4 here. Our r1 is -3, and r2 is going to be 5. So all we're doing is plugging in these values into our formula. Now we evaluate. Now 4 minus -3 is going to be a +7, actually. 4 minus -3 is +7. And 4 minus 5 is equal to -1. And a is still multiplying all of these two. So now we have -3 is equal to -7a. We'll divide both sides by -7. And a is equal to 3/7. And that's kind of weird number, but that's okay though, because now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to plug in the values of r1, r2, and a. So I'm going to just take this here. I'm going to maybe move this here a little bit, shrink it a little bit here, some room, move to the side. Maybe take this here. Oops. Shrink this a little bit. Okay, so now we're plugging into our original formula again. Y is equal to, because we're leaving x and y alone, so y is equal to a times x minus bracket, or R for R1, times x minus bracket for R2. And so a we said is 3 over 7, and that's okay to have a fraction like that. R1 is -3. R2 is 5. And if we simplify everything, we're going to get y equals 3 over 7 x plus 3 times x minus 5. And this will be the root form of the quadratic function. There you go. So the goal in this case is to find the a value, which if they give us a point and the two roots, we can use by just plugging everything else in to solve for a. Once we find a, we're going to go back and use only R1, R2, and a to plug into our formula here, leaving x and y by itself. Now, continuation from this is for number 2, 2a at least, is to be able to express this as in a standard form. Now, standard form would be y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. And so what we're going to do is we're going to distribute in this case. So we're going to take our y equals 3 over 7 x plus 3 times x minus 5. We're going to distribute the x minus 3 times x minus 5 using distributive formula, or really FOIL. You can call it either way. And so now we have, oops, sorry about that. Y equals 3 over 7 times x squared plus 3x minus 5x minus 15, or y equals 3 over 7 x squared minus 2x minus 15. But now we'll distribute the 3 sevenths here to each one here. And so we end up with y equals 3 over 7 x squared minus 6 over 7 x minus 45 over 7. And this will be the same quadratic function in standard form. Okay? I'll make this full page here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the end of our root form of quadratic function. Homework review, part 1. And if you found this video helpful, please give a like and subscribe to the channel, because you will find these videos on my channel first before posting onto the classroom. And definitely, again, leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. You'll definitely see something like this, for your midterm coming up. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and be safe.